What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Australian superstar boxer, at least in Australia, the son of a legend, Tszyu, that being WBO junior middleweight world champion, Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu is 24 wins, no loss, no draw, 17 wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'9", with a 70-inch arm reach. He was elevated to the WBO world champion. He took on Brian Mendoza tonight. He won a unanimous decision over Brian Mendoza. He was elevated to the WBO super champion as now three-time junior middleweight world champion, now former undisputed junior middleweight world champion, and still the reigning unified WBC, WBA, IBF junior middleweight world champion, Ring Magazine, superstar boxer Jermell Iron Man Charlo, who has 35 wins, two losses, one draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. He was stripped of his WBO title as he dared to be great, and Tim Tszyu was his mandatory challenger. They was already signed to fight in March, and Jermell Charlo suffered a broken right hand. Tim Tszyu then fought against Tony Harrison, stayed busy. He knocked Tony Harrison out in the 9th round. Then he fought Carlos Ocampo and knocked him out in the 1st round. But in March of this year, he was supposed to fight Jermell Charlo, and Jermell Charlo injured his hands. So Tim Tszyu was the mandatory challenger. Then Jermell Charlo got an opportunity of a lifetime, dared to be great, jumped from 154 to 168, and challenged 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer who was considered the face of the sport of boxing, top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, and the undisputed super middleweight world champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez. That took place September 30th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. Canelo Alvarez, he beat Jermell Charlo fairly easily, dropped him in the 7th round, won a unanimous decision. I thought he won all but maybe one round, which was the 5th round. Nonetheless, Jermell Charlo is going to come back down, and Tim Tszyu was elevated to the WBO champion because Jermell Charlo fought Canelo Alvarez. Tim Tszyu defended his title for the first time tonight against Brian Mendoza, who Brian Mendoza was coming off of a brutal knockout victory over Sebastian Fundora, the Towering Inferno, that took place April of this year. Prior to that, he knocked out Jason Rosario in the 5th round. Prior to that, he knocked out Benjamin Whitaker in the 5th round and Sebastian Fundora in the 7th round. So he was on a nice winning streak, knockout streak, and it garnered him this fight. And the holes in Tim Tszyu game have been severely revealed. Okay? I watched this fight with a magnifying glass. And Tim Tszyu, after the fight, he called out Jermell Charlo, said that, "Where are you, buddy? Coming to fight you, coming to Vegas." Tim Tszyu can't beat Jermell Charlo. Tim Tszyu has a lot of limitations. And the World Boxing Organization even put undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, now the reigning welterweight undisputed world champion, who is widely acknowledged and recognized as the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and Terence Crawford, who has 40 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout. Terence Crawford would dominate Tim Tszyu. Brian Mendoza didn't commit to much tonight, but when he did, he had success. He's not very fast, not very fluid, not very athletic, Brian Mendoza. Well, he is athletic, let me not say that. But he's just not the boxer Jermell Charlo and Terence Crawford is. Tim Tszyu doesn't have a jab. He doesn't work his way on the inside behind the jab. He's very predictable with what he does. He has power for sure. He's slow. His hands are slow. His feet are slow. And he's very predictable. We saw when Tim Tszyu had gotten dropped in his debut here in the States when he fought against Terrell Gausha. He got dropped in the first round. Terrell Gausha from that point forward didn't really commit to much. But Terrell Gausha, I thought, revealed some things in Tim Tszyu. And tonight against Brian Mendoza, he didn't get a knockdown, didn't get a knockout. But Brian Mendoza, he's never been on the canvas in his career. So that's a testament to his durability, his chin. But Tim Tszyu couldn't find Brian Mendoza in the first 4 rounds of this fight. And Brian Mendoza had plenty opportunities to counter him. Brian Mendoza, if he would have committed to some more of his punches, now, he definitely was concerned with what was coming back. Tim Tszyu is, dare I say, a poor man version of Gennady Golovkin. He's not as crafty and skilled as Gennady Golovkin. He has power, not like Gennady Golovkin, though. But he's very predictable. And if you Terence Crawford and the WBO ordered the winner to fight you, the mandatory challenger, and you have a way to try to make yourself the mandatory and fight Tim Tszyu, if you're Terence Crawford, you want to take that ASAP. It's like Terence Crawford, for his first title opportunity in welterweight, was against another undefeated Australian WBO champion, Jeff Horn, who Tim Tszyu beat. Right? Tim Tszyu knocked out Jeff Horn in the 8th round of their fight in 2020, August of 2020. Terence Crawford stopped Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn is a big guy, 5'9", 70-inch arm reach. Right? Terence Crawford stopped him in the 9th round. It would be similar to the Jeff Horn fight for Terence Crawford. His quickness, his reflexes, his angles, his versatility, and the power in both hands, and the slickness and his defense would be too much for Tim Tszyu. Terence Crawford would stop Tim Tszyu. Jermell Charlo is probably going to stop Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu's defense is not very top-notch, and he doesn't transition from defense to offense very well. He doesn't transition from offense to defense very well. He has to essentially focus on one at a time. He's either very defensive or he's very offensive. He don't transition from one to the other very fluidly. And when he does, he stops and he's very stationary. It's very stationary and like his feet are in cement. He doesn't have a jab that neither one of them have to worry about. But tonight, Brian Mendoza, when he stuck his jab out there, he was having success. Controlling the pace, controlling the distance. And Brian Mendoza doesn't have nowhere near the jab Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo has. Whomever gets to Tim Tszyu first, Jermell Charlo or Terence Crawford, is going to beat him. And I keep saying Terence Crawford because that gives you the opportunity to be 4-division world champion. And then it sets up a big fight between Jermell Charlo and Terence Crawford for undisputed. And Terence Crawford wants to be undisputed in 3 separate weight classes. He became the first male to become undisputed in 2 separate weight classes. And this is the opportunity to become in 3 separate weight classes. And it's a major payday against Jermell Charlo. Not so much against Tim Tszyu, but against Jermell Charlo, major payday. Major payday. Huge fight. Jermell Charlo has a mandatory. He satisfies for the IBF. And Tim Tszyu and Terence Crawford fight. Terence Crawford beats Tim Tszyu, picks up that strap. Terence Crawford versus Jermell Charlo for undisputed is huge. A lot of similarities for Terence Crawford. A lot of similarities. Fought and beat Errol Spence, who was the WBA, WBC, and IBF champion. for Undisputed when he had the WBO title. His first fight at welterweight was against Australian and Jeff Horn for the WBO title. His first fight at junior middleweight would be against Australian and Tim Tszyu, undefeated, for the WBO title. Jermell Charles, trained by two-time Trainer of the Year, well-renowned trainer, future Hall of Famer Derrick James, as well as Errol Spence. A lot of similarities. And history could repeat itself for Terence Crawford. Just saying. Not impressed by Tim Tszyu at all. Solid fighter, consistent fighter, but like Floyd Mayweather always say, ain't no special effects there. None. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.